All right, folks.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
It's so good to have you on. You excited?
I am super excited. I'm just new to this, so I am excited to learn everything.
Excellent, excellent. We love new. We love new. We love new. Great to have you on. We're going to be getting started in about 6 minutes.
Perfect.
We are excited about tonight. Brandy Jackson in the house. Eyes lit up.
Well, good evening, everybody that's on here. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for joining. We're going to start here in a couple of minutes. So this is gonna give you time to go out and show some love to the people that you care about, who absolutely need to hear from a phenomenal leader, coach, mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, please go ahead and send your last minute reminders, because this mastermind is going to help you be able to navigate during this, I call it not a pandemic, but a plandemic. Because after you listen to this awesome leader, I'm telling you, your minds will be shifted into another dimension. So go ahead right now, before we get packed out. Go ahead and send your last minute reminders. Now, y'all, don't be stingy now. I used to be like that. I didn't want anybody to know where I got my information from. But you know what? It's called sowing seeds. It's called sharing is caring. So you're just coming in. How about you announce yourselves and tell us where you're chiming in from? And let's be interactive until our guest speaker comes on. So where are you guys from tonight? Let us know.
Hello, I go by Brooklyn, but my name is Brooke, and I'm originally from Joliet, Illinois, but I go to college for my grad program at Western Illinois University in Macomb.
Oh, okay. Well, nice to have you on tonight's call. Make sure you have, a notepad, iPad, something, because these nuggets that you're going to get tonight, you're going to be able to share and be able to go back and reference to from days to come. So who else has come onto the line tonight? Who else? If you don't mind, please announce yourselves, where you're chiming in from.
Jacqueline Brown, Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas. And who was the other voice? Who else did I hear?
Hazel Brown from Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, we got Memphis, Tennessee in the house, home of the barbecue. Ever since I've been in Tennessee, I've just been gaining all this weight. But thank God for these slimming gummies. Oh my God. Who else do we have on?
I'm Cynthia McGuire from New York.
Woo! Now, Cynthia?
I live on Long Island.
Okay, I love shopping in New York. I absolutely love it. So when this pandemic is over, okay, I have to get back to New York to shop. Thank you for joining us on tonight. Who else do we have chiming in?
Hi, I'm Rebecca from New Jersey.
All these, wait a minute. Now, Usually the Texas crew runs the guest list. Okay, we got another East Coaster in here. Come on, Texas. Where are you, Texas? Who else do we have?
This is Tanya from Louisiana.
All right, one time for Louisiana in the house. Louisiana. Oh my God, my sister lives there. I go there and just overeat, just seafood, seafood, seafood. All right, guys, who else do we have in? Who else do we have chiming in?
Mia from the Philippines.
We have Mia from where? Nia? I didn't get, where did you say you were chiming in from?
From the Philippines.
Oh, we got international on here. Who else we got chiming in? As you're coming in, please state your name and where you're calling from. Guys, let me tell you something. Be sure to share this mastermind with someone who you will greatly benefit. Okay, guys, we have about 30 more seconds before we start. Who else do we have chiming in?
And partner Tracy Fisher's online.
All right, we have the man of, listen, we have Mr. Fisher in the house, an awesome leader over here as well. Okay, guys, we're at the top of the hour. So you would go ahead and send your last minute reminders. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you have a pencil, a pad, copious notes, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brandy Jackson, and I have the plum pleasure of working alongside the industry's best, the best leader. Listen, he's my GOAT, all right? Because he's the best leader, the best mentor that anyone could possibly have, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, the first time I met him, ladies and gentlemen, he took me in, he and his awesome, beautiful wife up under them. And guys, my life has not been the same. Ladies and gentlemen, this phenomenal speaker that I'm getting ready to introduce, right? He has 10 years in the direct sales profession. Guys, he's been featured in the Success from Home magazine. And guys, he's been inducted into the Network Marketing Pro Million. Let me say that means commas, okay? $1 million Hall of Fame, ladies and gentlemen. He has built many organizations of tens of thousands of people all over the world, ladies and gentlemen. 23 countries expanding from Thailand, Australia, all the way to the United Kingdom, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, guys, he earned this phenomenal leader. Let me say, he earned at the age of 30. Listen, $1 million. By the age of 30, he was already a millionaire, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you guys, currently, I think he's moved up. He was number 89. And y'all, Tanya, you can give me, he's moved up to number 60. What did he just move up to? What was the number?
73.
73. Ladies and gentlemen, he's currently number 73 out of over hundreds of thousands of people. You know what great of an accolade that is. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Wilkins, that's his name. I was going to say it, but let me go ahead and just give you a sneak peek. You know, Mr. Wilkins, out of all of his accomplishments, right? His most significant accomplishment is being the husband of the awesome, beautiful, smart, savvy Miss Portia Wilkins, and he is the father of Mrs. Chandler. And ladies and gentlemen, he has a young Miss. He has a mini-me in training. I'm telling you, listen, guys, this man is phenomenal. So let me get out of your way and go ahead and bring him onto the stage. Mr. Wilkins, have you made it on?
Absolutely, Mrs. Brandy Jackson. I'm here. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Thank you so much for the introduction, number one. And number two, I'm also going to make you a co-host so you can be on the dials tonight, letting people into tonight's mastermind session, because it's truly an exciting time for everything that's going on in our business. I, number one, want to say congratulations to Mrs. Brandy Jackson. Got promoted in record time, is just skipping ranks like you wouldn't believe. She went star achiever, then of course promoted to executive, and then of course promoted again to Ruby, and is about to get promoted in the month of February to to Emerald, get that $5,000 bonus, and over to Diamond. And so I'm elated. I'm excited about your progress. I'm excited about your team. And most importantly, Brandy Jackson, I am excited about your future. Thank you so much for your yes. Thank you so much for being a part of this team, a part of this family, a part of our life. It's amazing how the conversation between she and I started probably over a year ago, and we connected on social media, on Instagram. And so I always suggest and recommend that you continue to be putting yourself out there, putting content and putting value on social media, whether it's something motivational, something inspirational. Just sharing your daily life can connect you and inspire you to people, because she and I connected so many months ago. And at the time, she was actually involved with another company, working with another company, doing extremely well, getting to the top of that company. I was encouraging her to continue to go forth and continue to do what she was doing. And then some things changed in that business. And I never forget she reaching out to me, ladies and gentlemen, asking me if we had any trainings that we would do as a team, and if we had any systems in place that she could plug into. And I sent her over this particular call, the Monday Mastermind session. And I said, listen, it's open to the entire world. You can plug into it, because we talk about different principles and we talk about different, what I call transferable truths that you can apply to any business and even to your life and see increase in it. I want you to type in the chat, increase, increase, increase. And as a result of that, she started plugging in. And because things had shifted in her life, because things that changed in her life, she says, man, I want to take a closer look at what you're doing, because people don't join companies, people partner with people. Put that in the chat. People don't join companies, people partner with other people. And so we started to have a conversation. I sent her out some samples of the product after we had a discussion. And she started talking with CEO Panya Dotson. And, you know, when two powerful alpha women, God-fearing women, get together and they start conversing, I believe kingdom mathematics comes into the equation. What do I mean by that? You know, one can put 1,000 to flight. Two can put 10,000 to flight. That means one can put 1,000 in the business. Two, that's kingdom mathematics, can put 10,000 in the business. They started conversing, and we started talking about what we could do together. Put this in the comments. We are stronger together. And so they started talking, and before you know it, here we are, all assembled, forming Voltron, forming Captain Planet. I don't know if you guys remember that show so many years ago, Earth, Fire, Wind, Water, and I'll add the heart, right? And they would form Captain Planet. Captain Planet, he's a hero. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Anyway, but we started forming Captain Planet, and here we are today. It's been a match made in heaven, and I'm excited about that. So thank you again so much, Mrs. Brandy Jackson, for kicking us off tonight. I want to welcome each and every one of you to the call. This is truly exciting. I mean, tonight's call, I'm excited about it. We've been going nonstop since I was up this morning at about 12:30 a.m. Getting prepared for a leadership training I was doing at 1:30. I was on schedule to do at 1:30 a.m. this morning for teams looking up new business and partner with us in another country. They're about 8 hours ahead of schedule, 8 hours ahead of schedule for us. And so 1:30 for us here, a.m. Central, I think it's 9:30 for them. And so I agreed to do it because remember what I've been talking about for the year of 2021, WON 2021. Here's what happens, ladies and gentlemen, this year. It's going to be shocking. It's going to be prevailing for many of you, and I want you to be prepared for it. God is going to orchestrate and ordain people to show up at the right time, at the right season in your life. Because remember, we were talking on Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. It was an interesting conversation on our Power Hour, and Mr. Tracy Fisher, Triple Diamond, lifted something that resonated very deeply because it's something that I have bought into 1,000%. And hopefully you have bought into this philosophy that God doesn't operate on time. Yeah, he operates above time. Yeah, so what that means is in the auspices of time, you have to put on patience. in the auspices of time, you have to put on patience. Now, you got to put on patience like I have on this coat. Yeah, you've got to wear patience. Why? I want you to write this down. Victory. Oh, yeah, here it is. Are you ready? Come on, I don't see you taking notes. Defeat has a look, but victory has a sound. Defeat has a look, but victory has a sound. The look of defeat is on your face when you are not expecting increase. The look of defeat is on your post when you're not expecting increase. The look of defeat is in your cadence when you're not expecting increase because you have not put on patience. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to start with a topic on this mastermind session, and I want you to write this down. It's worth the wait. Shucks. It's worth the wait. You know, normally on our mastermind sessions, we may teach on different applicable things when it comes to our business, whether it be three-way calling, whether it be host to post, whether it be how to leverage social media, TikTok, or some of the how-tos. And we do a great job with teaching and training on that. How many of you agree? If you agree with that, put 111 in the chat, and we will be doing more. We've got a lot of different things in place right now to train on the how-tos of the practical applications of what you should be doing to not only build the business, because I don't believe we built this business. I believe we build people, and people grow the business. Did you hear me? You don't build the business, you build the people. If you build the people will grow a business. And so we do a lot of that in teaching those practical principles that you can apply, whether it's how to put up a social media post, how to be effective with engaging your audience, how to increase your algorithms, how to go live on your social media. And so we teach a lot of that on this particular platform. But tonight, I just felt very compelled, and I felt a tug on my spirit that you needed to hear a message that is designed to increase not only your belief, but listen to me, lean in, to increase your faith. Yeah, worth the wait. Now, listen to me. I told you on Saturday that God, and for those of you that get offended by me talking about God, I completely understand. I respect your spiritual belief. I respect, your religious preference. I'm not here to preach to you tonight, but I've got to talk to you tonight how God talks to me. Is that all right? Now, for those of you that don't subscribe to my particular ideology, I understand. All right. We welcome everybody with open arms. I was in a thread the other day, and a young lady put up a post that I think resonated with a lot of people. She talked about not putting up political posts that are divisive and go on rants about who this and who should be in office and all that type of stuff. And there were obviously different perspectives on it. And one of the things that we've been taught as entrepreneurs and business owners, especially in this platform, is that you want, and I want you to hear me, you can attract more bees with honey than you can with vinegar. How many know what I'm talking about? And so tonight, I'm not going to talk to you with a vinegar tone, because I'm proud of you. You, out of thousands of people that are part of this organization, you showed up tonight. I know we're streaming in our Bifyln page as well, our private group page. And so that's important that you're getting this information. But here's something here. Okay, I want to make sure I'm not muted. Okay, good. All right, Brandy, make sure I'm not muted, please. I need these folks to hear. Okay, cool. But you're doing a great job. Thank you so much for controlling our switchboard. It's doing it's a great wonder for me. I don't have to worry about it tonight, right? But I said worth the wait because God doesn't operate on time. Write this down. He operates in seasons. Yeah. Aren't you glad about that? He operates in seasons. Now, your seasons in life are connected to a person. All right, let's walk slowly. Your seasons in life. So you thought this was about it works. No, it's about him working. This is not about a company tonight. This is about a concept tonight. I want you to gather. This is not a product conversation tonight. This is a principle-based conversation tonight. And let me say this esoterically, and let me be poignant. I'm not giving you generic training tonight because I'm planning an exit strategy out of it works. No, that ain't what this is about. This is not a generic training tonight. This is a specific training tonight. It's going to be specific for those of you that want and need to understand the season you're in. Are you listening to me? There are different seasons you're in. So let me give you an example. My wife and I, we took a walk. We took a walk. It's a part of what we're doing now. We walk our son. Yeah, we're walking our son throughout the neighborhood. Beautiful neighborhoods. We got about 13 different lakes that surround our home. 13 different lakes. We got one in the backyard, but we got lakes all over the place. A beautiful community. And so we said, we're going to start taking walks. And in the words of Jill Scott, let's take a long walk. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so we're going to take long walks. Why? Because we need to talk to each other. And I told you that balance is a season. Write it down. Because so many of us are asking the question, how do I get balance? I need to be balanced in my business. I need to balance my love life. I need to balance my marriage. I need to balance my spiritual life. And ladies, balance is a season. All right? Balance is a what? Balance is a season. And the seasons, listen, the seasons always change. Balance is a season. I want you to write this down too. Focus is a season. Yeah. Balance is a season. Focus is a season. In other words, let me break this down. When you are in focus, you're going to be out of balance. Are you listening? When you are in focus, when you're in a focus season, you're going to be out of balance. And when you're in balance, you're going to be out of focus. Why? There's seasons. It resonated when we were talking Saturday that God doesn't operate on time because what we do as human beings, we try. That word try means to fail with dignity. We try. That word try means to fail with dignity. We try. That word try means to fail with dignity. We try to expedite the time. Yeah. And here's what happens. One of the greatest tricks of the enemy is to confuse you in your season. Do you understand that all fruits don't grow in all seasons? There's certain fruit that have a specific, that's why I said this is not a generic training. There's certain fruit that don't grow in certain seasons. Everybody repeat after me, put this in the comments. I'm a certain fruit. My mentor, Dr. Miles Monroe, says, the fruit is never for the tree. The fruit is never for the tree. What am I saying? An apple tree doesn't eat apple fruits. An orange tree doesn't eat the orange fruit. Are you listening? A banana tree doesn't eat the banana fruit. Why? The fruit is never for the tree. God operates in seasons. Prove it, Jared. Well, how many seasons do we have? I'm talking about in the natural. We got a winter. How many of you know we got winter? By show of hands, come on. If you believe, no, not even believe. If you know that every single year there will be a season of winter, put number 1 in the comments. I want to make sure I'm talking to the right group of leaders tonight. I've been up all day. I had my first meeting at 1:30 a.m., so I may get a little loopy. I want to make sure the church is with me. Come on, Quarantine Cathedral. I need you to pull on me tonight. All right. Put 1. I see you, Deborah. Okay, Deborah S. You put 1. Okay. So winter, no matter where you are in the world, whether you are, listen, whether you are in America or Africa or Asia or Europe, winter as a season always comes. Yes, this is yes. All right. After winter comes what? Come on. Winter, come on. Y'all put it in the chat. Y'all help me. I want to make sure we all, I told you, I've been up, I'm loopy a little bit. Come on, I've been at this all day. Went up, somebody, spring, oh, wow. So after winter, so during the winter season, do you know right now in Houston, I don't know about y'all where you live, but do you know right now, Brandy, Panya, Cynthia, right now we are in winter. And how do I know? I know because as I was taking a walk, I noticed our grass is not green. Shucks. Huh. As I was taking a walk, I noticed my neighbor's grass. It's not green. All of the grass is what color, y'all? It's brown. Now watch this, watch this. None of us looked at the grass in the winter and said, you know what, doggone it, we finna move. We about to leave company. I mean, we about to move, we about to leave the community. Because the grass is not green. No, you know what we said? We said, oh, it's winter. And winter is a what? Season. Oh, yeah, I'm teaching better than y'all. I wish I could unmute you. If I'm in your community right now, if I'm coming down your lane right now, I want you to put season. Put season in the chat. If you and I will connect. If you feeling a brother tonight, put season in the chat. Season. Yeah. Season. See, none of us decided today that we're going to leave our communities. Shucks. You know what that word community is? It's common unity. We're not going to leave the community, move across town, move state because we walked outside and noticed the grass is brown. You know what we said as we were taking a walk? We said, oh, it's winter. How do I know it's winter? Because the seasons change. After winter comes what? Spring. Now let me ask you a question. Does spring always come? Does it always? It always comes. Doesn't matter what your nationality is. Spring always comes, right? Doesn't matter if you're Caucasian. It doesn't matter if you're Black American, African American. Doesn't matter if you're Asian. It doesn't matter if you're Latino or Hispanic. Spring always comes. Yes? Yes. Okay. All right. So what that means is the governing principle of success. When it comes to the seasons, they always change, no matter who we are. Why? Because the seasons are a law, right? And so you got to decide, am I going to be a law-abiding citizen or am I going to break the law? So watch this. I'm almost finished, 8:22. Oh man, I need to get to my training. This is all my introduction. I got some notes tonight. I'm still on worth the wait. I gotta go. I got another meeting at 9 o'clock. So I gotta go. So here it is. All right. So you got winter, you got spring. What comes after spring? What comes after spring, class? Come on, family. What? Cynthia? Summer? Summer comes. Okay. So summer comes after spring. And then what comes after summer? Fall. All right. So we got winter. In the winter, things don't grow. All right. I said God doesn't operate on time. He operates in seasons. Right? So in the winter, things don't grow. But winter is only a season. I said things don't grow. I didn't say people don't grow. I didn't say fruit doesn't grow. Oh, shucks. People and fruit grow in winter. Things just don't. And so I want you to understand, if you're in a winter season in your business, write this down. It's just a season. I told you earlier that your seasons are connected to a person. So who you're connected to is taking you somewhere. Ask your neighbor, neighbor. Look at you in group chat. Look at the person on your left. Ask them, where you going? Where are you going? Where? Come on, your other left, your other left. Look, ask them, where you going? Where you going? Yeah, that's right. Where are you going? Where are you going? Why? Why? Because I'm connected. We're connected. Now here's the thing. Scripture says, if the blind, hear me, if the blind lead the blind, they both go into the what? They go into the what? They go into the ditch. And so many people are ditch dwellers because of who you've connected to that's going somewhere and they're blind. Shucks. That means that you can literally be following a blind leader. Where are we going? 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 I know where I'm going. I know where we're going. I'm very clear on where we're going. What did I tell you? This was the year of multiplication. I know where we're going. I told you to write down your 100 goals, right? I'm so happy and grateful now, right? Remember we talked about that? Why? Because I know where we're going. I told you to put up the scriptures and the pictures of your future. I said, we're going to go to a whole nother level. We're not going to have a dream board. We're going to have a dream environment. I said, put it all over. Why? Because I know where we're going. Oh, y'all. Okay, I gotta go. I know you're getting bored tonight. I know you're getting bored. Okay, so worth the wait. So winter comes, spring. What happens in spring? Things spring forward. Right? Isn't it interesting? Isn't it interesting that spring follows winter? So we go through a season where things don't grow. And then the following season, things what? They just spring forth. What springs forth? The seeds that you sowed in the winter. Why is that? Write this down. A seed of nothing produces a season of nothing. A seed of nothing produces a season of nothing. Those of us that are about to spring forth, see, some of us are already in spring because your season can be different from other people's seasons. Put in the comments, I ain't mad at your season. I ain't mad at your season. I'm not mad at your season. I celebrate your season. I celebrate your winter season. I celebrate and encourage you in your winter season because during the winter season, you need words of encouragement. Yeah, you need words of encouragement when you walk outside and the grass is brown. You walk out, you watering the grass and watch this. The neighbor across the street that has turf, shucks. Oh my gosh. And you're looking, they got green turf across the street. And they're watering the turf, and you're like, man, maybe it's something wrong with me, and maybe it's something wrong with my grass, and you happen to go across the street and check it out yourself. And you notice, oh no, this ain't real. The only time you can tell when it's not real grass is only when you get up close to it. The reason why I don't fret in the winter is because I've been up close to turf. And I know it ain't real. Yeah, man, I'm out of time. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for being on tonight. Y'all bored? Can we keep going? Okay, it's 8:27. We're going to keep going. All right, so here's what I want you to do. Here we go. You ready? There is a difference. Write this down. There is a difference between supplement and substitute. There is a difference between a supplement and a substitute. Are you listening to me? Supplements, you know, we market supplements, health and nutrition supplements. Our supplements, listen, our supplements are not designed to substitute the real thing. Okay. All right. We've got great supplements, right? So you got super greens. How many of you like the super greens? I mean, you like, come on now. You like you gotta have the chocolate. You have to have the berry flavor. We like the super greens. Some of us, we like the super reds. Where are my super reds in the house? All right. That is a supplement. It doesn't substitute for the real thing. All right. When you go to the market, some people go to the grocery store. I think in Texas, we go to the grocery store. Down south, we go to the grocery store. I think up east, y'all go to the market. How many of you go to the market? How many of y'all go to the grocery store, right? But you go there and you can go through to the produce section. How many ever been to the produce section? Anybody ever been to the, come on, shop. Now I know y'all shop, like my wife, she shops on her mobile app now. She don't even go into the markets, and she just shops on the mobile app and they deliver the stuff or she picks it up. And so I understand some of you probably do that, but I remember a time where you would make a list of things you wanted, things that your house needed, and you would go to the grocery store, and oftentimes we would stop at the produce section. Why do you stop? Do you notice the productions, be fruitful and multiply. See, fruit is in the produce section. Fruit is in the produce. Your fruit is always in production. It's in the my fruit. That's what I said. I'm fruit. My fruit produces. Are you listening to me? And so here's what I want you to understand. Your substitute. You cannot confuse supplement with substitute. You still got to produce. Now, I want you to write this one down too. Don't let your enthusiasm be greater than your effort. All right? In this season, because you're going to spring, and after spring, Cynthia, what's after spring? Brooklyn, what's after spring? Summer. Come on, y'all. Let me get on my gallery view. Y'all turn on your cameras. We ought to be taking pictures right now. Hey, Coach Viv, I see you. Hey, Coach Juarez, I see you. Carissa, you in the house. I see you with the bonnet. That's a substitute. Come on. Victoria, I see you. Hey, Cara, I see you in the house. All right, Felicia, Carrie. Hey, Carrie, how are you? Rose, I see you. Hey, Rebecca, good to have you. Hey, Stephanie Allen, I see you. Good to see you on here. All right, so don't let your enthusiasm. You can be enthusiastic. There's nothing wrong with being. I want you to be enthused, David Winters. Congratulations to those of you that have bought into that Slim Me movement. This thing, I have never seen anything that this group of people has been this excited about. It is, I mean, it's phenomenal. I see the posts going up. I see y'all sharing. I'm about to do me a whole little photo shoot. I'm about to shut social media down. I got a whole photo shoot crew coming. I get my haircut on Wednesday. Got the whole little thing coming. Tracy Fisher. Man, I wish I could show y'all this cup. So I got them making me. So, back in, some of y'all drink, but back in the, so we got these little cubes, big cubes, ice cubes. I'm gonna have a whole little demonstration when I pour the rosé all day, because the lemon. I heard you, Period Beasley, talking about the lemon with tea, and that's wonderful. But that rosé, how many of you rosé? Team Rosé, get in comments, get in the chat, say Team Rosé in the house. Look, I'm gonna do a little down, I'm gonna pour my it's all right. Okay, let me get back on topic. I'm fired up. How many of y'all can tell I'm fired up tonight? All right, so here we are. Hey, Sherry, good to see you, Nia. Sabrina Foster is in the house. I've been seeing your post, Pam. Now, Pam is dominating y'all. I don't know about y'all. Pam got a whole little workout photo shoot she done. She's got all type of stuff going. I see even Donto Williams is in the house. Donto, I see you. Hey, Sally. Rita, hey, Rita, is it cold? Rita is bundled up over there. All right. Hey, Melvin, how are you, sir? Andrea, I see you in the house. Danita, hi. Tara, how are you? Okay, now this must be the non-listening crowd. Y'all got all your, Dolores, your camera's off. Jimmy, your camera's off. Wayman, your camera's off. Stephanie, your, Tariq. Okay, this is the troublemaking crew back here. I see you, Brandy. Brandy, your camera's off. Yeah, I'm coming. All right. So let's wrap up. We got it. Okay. There's a difference. Here we go. Don't let your enthusiasm be greater than your what? Effort. See, it takes effort to post at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. That's effort there. It takes effort to share in your stories. It takes effort to do the presentation. I can tell, Mr. Tracy Fisher being responsible for Mondays, opportunity calls at 7 p.m. Central. See, that takes effort. CEO Panya Dotson, her and her team being responsible for Thursday's opportunity call. That takes what? Effort. See, in the beginning, your enthusiasm gets you going. Your effort keeps you going. Enthusiasm gets you started. Enthusiasm gets you started. Effort allows you to finish. Do not let your enthusiasm be greater than your effort. Here's another thing I want to remind you of. This one spoke to me. Are you ready? If you ever feel the need to remind people of who you are and what you've accomplished, it's only because you've forgotten. Shucks. If you ever feel the need to remind people of who you are and what you've accomplished, it's only because you've forgotten. Now, some of us, you need healthy dose reminders. I love the Facebook memories. How many of y'all love Facebook memories? Sometimes Facebook memories show me who's no longer in my life, but I love Facebook memories because even though they're no longer in my life or whatever has happened, it is a reminder. And I love those reminders when they show up and I'm with this person, or I'm over here, I'm doing this. It takes me back and it reminds me. Sometimes you need a refresher course of all of the obstacles you've overcome. Sometimes you need a refresher and a reminder of all of the challenges that have changed you. Sometimes you need a reminder. That's why I always tell people, keep a journal of what I'm doing right. You need to have a journal, Carrie, of what I'm doing right. I can always go back to my what am I doing right journals, and I can remember, because sometimes I got to remind myself, because people would try to tell you all the time, you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what's going on. See, people will always try to get you to move when they see you're in a winter season. Shucks. They try to get you to move when they see you're in a winter season. So I have a journal to remind me of my spring season. I've got a journal that reminds me of my summer season when things are hot. I've got a journal that reminds me of my fall season when I fell in love with the business, when I fell in love with my purpose, when I fell in love with my calling. Do you have a what am I doing right journal? All right, we're almost done. If you don't like your check, then review your hours. All right? If you don't like, today they showed us our preliminaries. Everybody say increase, right? Increase in the comments. Increase, 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 increase. I'm speaking increase. They showed the preliminaries. Preliminaries hit today. We looked at the preliminaries. I said, oh, there's an increase. There was an increase from last month to this month. How do you got an increase? Put increase in your comments. Increase, 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 increase. How do you lose and still gain? Shucks. That ain't nothing but God. How do you lose and still gain? Increase. I love it. So if you don't like your check, then review your hours. Review your hours. See, when you were working in corporate America and you were getting paid hourly, how many of you ever got paid hourly? Your hours worked would always be reflective in your check earned. Now, remember, we talked weeks ago what work is. Remember, I gave y'all the definition of work? How many of y'all remember the definition of work? All right, let's review. Let's review it real quick, and then we're done, because we've got to go. Let's review the definition of work, because I think this is so powerful. Here's the definition of work. Are you ready? Here it is. Activity involving mental or physical effort. What did we just read? Don't let your enthusiasm be greater than your what? Effort. The definition of work, activity involving mental or physical what? Effort done in order to achieve a purpose. What is purpose? My intention, original intent, my original intent or result. Activity involving mental, what? Mental, mentality. My mentality produces my reality. It is the activity involving mental or physical effort, not mental or physical enthusiasm, but effort. What am I efforting, done in order to achieve a purpose or result, right? So that's our definition of work. So here it is. If I don't like my check, I need to check my work, my hours. How many hours am I working mentally? How many times a day am I saying I am so happy and grateful now that I'm earning X amount of dollars a month in my It Works business? How many times a day am I reciting that faith confession? Every time something negative happens, and negative will always happen, I've got to confirm the word. I got to speak that word. I got to keep speaking the word. I walk around my index card. I've got it all over the place. Why? Because it's a part of the mental effort. See, we're working this thing out. The mental effort every single day. I'm speaking it, saying it, declaring. Why? Because I've got to eradicate the negative dispositions that come into my life. Are you with me? So here it is. Write this down. There's the seed. 3 components. I'm done. The seed, the soil, and the season. Brandy Jackson, you catching this? Y'all will take the picture. Take your pictures. Let's take the pictures. There's the seed, Brooklyn. The seed. Words are what? Seed. Seed. There's the seed. There are 3 different components to success. There's the seed. How many of you got good seed? How many of you are good seed? You know, I'm good seed. I'm good seed. There's seed. There's soil. No matter how good the seed is, if we're not planting the seed in the appropriate or in the right soil, it will never grow. How many believe we're in good soil? This is good soil. Huh? How do you know it's good soil? You know it's good soil when other seeds have bared fruit. You with me? You know it's good soil when other seeds have bared fruit. 3rd component is the season. I told you all fruit doesn't grow in every season. But I'm declaring that this is your season to spring forth. It's the next season. After winter comes your spring. Spring, this is the season of growth. And so all that we've been working on, I told you it's worth the wait. After a farmer sows seed, after a farmer sows seed into the soil, guess what he has to do? Guess what she has to do? They have to wait. Yeah. No, they don't have to move. No, they don't have to look around. No, they have to, no. After I've sown the seed in the soil, I what? Wait on the season. What do I do while I wait? You don't worry. All right. Stephanie Allen, in my waiting period, a farmer is not worried if the seed will bear much fruit. He's not worried. She's not worried because they check the seed first. They know they got good soil. We just wait on the season to hit. Because once your season hits, we won't have to remind you of the call schedule. Once your season hits, we won't have to remind you to place your order on the 1st. Once your season hits, we won't have to remind you about the call on Monday and about the call on Saturday. Once your season hits, you don't have to debate with people that you got the right soil. But I need you to wait. I need you to put on patience. Are you listening to me? I need you to put on your patience during the wait. I need you to put on your patience, not just for you. Not just for you, but for everybody else watching. They're watching. Like, I know he's good seed now. I know he's good seed. That's why they trying to recruit you. I know she's good seed. That's why they're in your DMs. They know you're good seed. That's why they're in your inbox. That's why they call it. I was just thinking about, I know you was thinking about me. I'm good seed. You're supposed to think about good seed. They watching, looking, trying to see, okay, they're trying to see what's going on. Let's see. Janet Jackson said, let's wait a while. I'm out of time. All right, folks, on Tuesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow on this same line. We had over 70-some people tonight. Congratulations, great call, great start. I told you, remember at one point we were only averaging like 50-some people, 40, like last in the winter, like 40, 50 people, now 70. As you'll see, the next coming, it'll be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. Why? Spring season. I understand the seasons. Are you with me? So tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, let's pack out the calls. Bring your guests, BYOG, bring your own guests. Come on, tell your teams to get on the call. We're going to be giving the presentation tomorrow. It's going to be absolutely incredible. How many of y'all excited about an incredible season that we're in? How many of y'all excited? If you're excited, put 333 in the chat, 333 in the chat. We're excited about this. Why? Because this is the season to spring forth. This is our multiplication year. This is the season, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you right now, speak those things that be not as though they were. God bless you. God bless your families, and God most certainly bless your dreams, y'all. I'll talk to you later on.